Hi everybody, I'll try to make this update quick and brief. Thank you all again for reaching out and messaging me. I do my best to get back to you as quickly as I can. I still get tired and I still need to nap quite a bit. However, I'm doing my best to get back to you as quickly as possible. Thank you all from the heart of my bottom and the bottom of my heart. Want you all to know that I beat my sister at Sorry. And next time playing my niece, I will update you on that to let you know how that goes. I guess the best news is I've been fever-free for 36 hours. So I have 36 more hours to go and I can go out into the world. So that's great news. Woohoo! And also I did laundry today for the first time in what seems like a millennia. And so I have clean clothes and that's great. I'm also going to answer a question from my dear friend Christy Williamson Fulford. Christy was my senior prom date and we were gold lame and we were hot. So there. Christy asked why I decided to come to North Carolina and when I decided to come to North Carolina. And I guess you could say I saw the writing on the wall. You know I consider myself to be an absolute idiot, but I also consider myself an informed idiot. For many years I've watched tons of different news sources from extreme far right to extreme far left and everywhere in between. And over New Year's, I was in London and Wales, and I saw BBC's coverage and Sky News coverage of the coronavirus in China. I was also in London in February when the UK reported its first case of coronavirus. And I noticed when I got back here that the majority of the news outlets were covering the story much like the BBC and the Sky coverage I saw in the UK. However, I noticed that one network and several prominent political figures were reporting that this was a hoax and mocking the news coverage. And that was up until about March 11th, 17 days ago. Well, I put my trust in the coverage I saw in the UK and the majority of the news sources I watch here, and my gut said, get out of New York City. My gut said go to North Carolina. I had a trip booked for London on March 14th, but it had been canceled. So on March 13th, I booked a flight to Raleigh-Durham for the 14th the next day. And it was that night when I landed at Raleigh-Durham that I started feeling really crappy. So I guess I'm trying to say that my gut said, go to North Carolina, fewer people, less of the virus, perhaps fewer complications from the virus. I'm glad I listened to my gut. I'm glad I'm an informed idiot. And I'm glad I pay attention to a variety of news sources because this virus is not a joke. This virus is not a hoax. And this virus should never have been mocked by anyone. This virus has proved to be deadly. But the viral infection of ignorance in this country is probably the deadliest virus of them all. So I guess that's it. I love you all. Thanks for listening. Please be safe. Please wash your hands. Practice smart social distancing. We'll get through this. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, and I cannot wait to be standing in that light with all of you and hugging you and kissing you and maybe even licking your faces. Be good, be safe.